Hi, thanks for visiting whalefire.co.uk. Just want to talk today a little bit about what a fire risk assessment is and try and keep things simple for you. I know lots of people, put into Google, what is a fire risk assessment? Do I need it? Who requires it? And I want to just give you a bit of information about what it involves, what we look at, what makes a good fire risk assessor, etc., etc. So basically, the responsible person within a premises is responsible for ensuring that a fire risk assessment is carried out. And this has to be done by a competent person. There's a series of government guides from office and shops to residential accommodation to factories and warehouses and basically all types of premises that relate to different fire risk assessments. So when we carry out fire risk assessments, basically what we're actually trying to achieve is we're trying to look at a building, look at a premises and make sure that the chances of a fire occurring are reduced to a minimum and that the procedures and practices that you have in place are sufficient for what is required under the law, basically. And we go into a fire risk assessment and we look at absolutely everything. We're looking obviously primarily at the means of escape. Do the fire doors open easily without the use of a key or a code? Are they wide enough for the number of occupants? Do you have fire doors? Do you need fire doors? Do they have self closures and strips and seals on the side? Are they required? Do you have any dead end conditions? Have you got a fire alarm system? Do you need one? Why? Why would it be there? Who's it to protect? That depends on so many things, the size of the building, number of floors, number of people, type of premises. Office, shops, restaurants would potentially require different systems. Emergency lights, have you got enough borrowed lighting from the windows and the street lamps to require emergency lighting? And again, we look at that and whether it's required and where it's required, and again all these things get taken into account. Obviously we go through the records, we look at the fire logbooks, we look at your electrics, whether PAT testing's been completed, the 5-yearly electrical test. We look at what heating that you use in the premises, whether that's safe and maintained. We look at the storage and the housekeeping. But we basically go through everything. We look at the extinguishers. But a fire risk assessment is quite complicated. But what you need to do is try and keep it simple. And here at Whalefire, that's what we do. All of our assessors are qualified. And the assessors that we use are of the highest standard, and what we do is we keep things straightforward and simple for you as the client. So whenever you get our report, it tells you exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it. We obviously have to talk about certain standards, but we understand that from the client's point of view, all these British standards and European standards kind of mean nothing. So we tell you exactly what you need to do. We keep it nice and simple, nice and straightforward, straight to the point, and we only put things in there that you need. What makes a good fire risk assessor? Anybody can go into a building and just say you need to have all your fire doors upgraded, you need to have this comprehensive emergency plan, you need 12 fire wardens. You can just kind of put the whole lot into the report, but that doesn't make a good risk assessor. What makes a good fire risk assessor is understanding the building and having the experience to be able to go into a premises and actually look at it for what it is and make recommendations purely based on the building they're assessing and the number of people, the type of premises. Do you need fire wardens? You might not. There might be sufficient, there might only be, you might be on a ground floor with only a few people, in which case the emergency plan will be simple enough to get out. Not everybody needs fire wardens, but then again, you may be in a restaurant or you may be in, have a large number of staff, and you may. So a good fire risk assessor will look at everything and actually make recommendations purely based on what they find and keep those recommendations as simple and straightforward as possible. And that's kind of just very quickly what a fire risk assessment involves. But it's important that you get a company and you use somebody that knows what they're doing, has the experience, has carried out hundreds of these before, and understands exactly what they're looking for, and gets you a report specific to what you want. Whalefire offers a range of benefits. We offer money back satisfaction guarantee, we offer full fire brigade compliance guarantee, amongst other things. So take a look at our website, have a look around, look at some of the testimonials. But if you want a fire risk assessment done professionally, done the right way with somebody that you know is experienced, then give us a call, send us an email. And we also offer free fire safety advice. So if you've just got a question, you haven't got to commit to any service, but if you want to ask us a question about anything to do with fire safety, whether it's risk assessments, extinguishers, fire alarms or whatever, don't hesitate, drop us an email and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. I really appreciate you watching.